Welcome back. We're almost home stretch right now. We've talked about two of the big three areas of common law, property and contracts. Now I want to talk about torts. First of all, torts is just sort of the English word. It's often called law French, referring to injuries caused by accidents. And to understand a tort, Tiger King provides perhaps the most graphic and memorable depiction of a tort when one of the zookeepers at Joe Exotic's private GW Exotic Animal Park, the very likable person, Kelsey Saffery, referred to as Saff, is his nickname. He puts his arm in the tiger cage, and the arm gets chomped off, right? So you have an injury. So the question is, when you have an injury, when is another party, in this case the owner of the zoo, legally liable for injuries caused to third parties? What's important about tort law is, there are easy cases where, let's say, somebody were to intentionally injure somebody else. There, you could have both tort remedies, monetary damages, and you could have criminal penalties as well. But what makes tort law so important is all business firms, small and large, I would say especially large, because large companies can become attractive targets for a plaintiff lawyer to sue. All companies have to worry about legal liability, and tort liability is the most sort of general type of legal liability a company needs to worry about. Because what tort law says is, even when an injury is accidental, even when nobody intended, like the Saff's case, right? Nobody intended, Joe Exotic, Saff, nobody wanted anybody's to get hurt at the animal park, at the zoo. But there was an accident and somebody got hurt. So the question is, what principles apply? How do we distinguish accidents which do not generate legal liability from those accidents that do generate legal liability? That is actually a really hard question. What we're going to see is I'm going to introduce to you, I'm going to introduce you another Florida case involving the problem of cattle trespass. The case is called Rocco v. Hendry. We'll look at it in our next video. The reason why that case is important is because that case is emblematic. It shows that there's two ways of answering the question of when another party should be responsible for another third party's accidental injuries. We'll take a look at Rocco v. Hendry in our next video. Thank you for your attention.